Hey guys, welcome back to the Human Condition. This video is an interesting one. I think you guys seemed to really like this series a long time ago. And this video is what character roles are the characters from The Flash? I forgot that you guys seemed to really like this from the past, so I decided to bring it back. I usually did this one with my biology series. So basically, what character roles are the characters from The Flash? I'm trying to catch up all the shows I've missed to do this about. The Flash. This would be like the protagonist, the deuteragonist, the trigonist, the overarching protagonist, overarching antagonist, main antagonist, central antagonist, tertiary antagonist, all the antagonists, I guess. So yeah. The protagonist of The Flash would be Barry Allen. We can see this because he's the main character. He forms a Team Flash, with Cisco, Caitlin, Iris, Joe, in the beginning, Harrison Wells. So basically, I'm talking about the season 1 character roles and the overall character roles, just to make it easier, I guess. Not every season. So yeah, the overall protagonist would be Barry Allen. The season 1 protagonist, obviously Barry Allen. Then the deuteragonist, I think in my opinion, there's actually 3 of them. That would be Iris, Joe West, and either Caitlin or Cisco, one of the two. I think the way I determine if it's a deuteragonist, just in my opinion, is if it's introduced, the person's introduced through the protagonist, and they are in all the episodes. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, Iris, Joe, and Caitlin are all in all episodes of season 1. Then I think, even though Cisco is one of my favorite characters, I'd say Cisco is actually the trigonist, the third character, most important, I guess, because I guess we meet him and Caitlin at the same time, but I think when Barry wakes up from the coma, Caitlin talks to Barry first before Cisco. But if I'm wrong, correct me on that. If Cisco talks first, he'd be the deuteragonist, but if Caitlin talks first, she'd be the deuteragonist, in my opinion. But they're both introduced kind of at the same time. So yeah. So the protagonist would be Barry Allen for season 1. Deuteragonists would be 3 of them. It'd be Iris, Joe, and Caitlin. The trigonist would be Cisco. The overarching protagonist, this one's pretty cool. I actually would argue is Eobard Thawne. This is because he sets up Barry to be the hero in the story, because the night where he attacked Barry's mom. So he definitely would be the overarching protagonist, because he makes the protagonist. He makes Barry kind of the hero that he ends up being, in a roundabout way. And the ironic part is Barry could actually be seen as the overarching antagonist. The overarching antagonist sets up the antagonist. So ironically enough, because Barry is known as a hero in the future, this is actually what makes Thawne become the bad guy. If it wasn't for Barry being so well known in the future, if it wasn't for Barry, Thawne wouldn't become a villain. But if it wasn't for Thawne, Barry wouldn't become a hero. So it's kind of cool nature. So the overarching protagonist would be actually Eobard Thawne. The overarching antagonist would be Barry Allen, in my opinion. The main antagonist for season 1 would obviously be Thawne as well, and the overall series would be Thawne. He's also the main antagonist. So yeah, I know this video is kind of quick, but in conclusion, Barry Allen would be the protagonist. Deuteragonist for season 1 would be Joe West, Iris, and Caitlin, or Cisco, depending on who speaks to Barry first when he gets out of the coma. I think it was Caitlin, in my opinion. The trigonist would be Cisco in that case, or Caitlin, depending. The main antagonist would be Eobard Thawne. And there's not really a central antagonist I can't think of, or a secondary antagonist for season 1. I mean, you can count the minor antagonists, like the guy who makes the tornado in the first episode. But yeah, So I know this was kind of a quick one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.